There is a default statute in New York for trustee commissions. Whether you're setting up a lifetime trust or a trust in your will, trustees may take commissions. Trustees may decide not to take full commissions. They can take partial commissions or no commissions. But the law finds the job of trustee important enough to have a statute that provides for commissions. And that alone should tell you something. So when we think about commissions, there are two forms. So for trustee commissions, the two forms are annual commissions and final paying out commissions. So annual commissions are computed on a 12-month basis. And we're going to look at the principal assets involved in the trust and base our calculations on that. Then the second form of commissions is the final paying out commissions, where we look at all principal sums paid out by the trustee and calculate what commissions would be for final paying out commissions at a certain rate. When you step back and think about the role of trustee, it's a very important role. Again, so much so that there is a default statute on trustee commissions. Unlike other arrangements that people can think about that I always hear complaints about, joint ownership, transferring assets to somebody, thinking somebody's going to distribute assets a certain way, minors inheriting property, spendthrifts spending money in a frivolous manner, creditors attacking assets, divorces, and so on. Trusts try to take away risks. You're putting your assets in a trust with the trustee to manage those assets under fiduciary obligations according to your instructions. So trustee commissions make a bit of sense, right? So instead of thinking of trustee commissions as just another reason why maybe you shouldn't think of setting up a trust, think about the fact that the law provides this default statute for trustee commissions and what that means. Because I hear all the horror stories when people do the other things that don't account for these kinds of risks. And when you have a person acting as trustee, accepting this fiduciary responsibility, they must adhere to the trust instructions and they must fulfill their role, thinking of others other than themselves. Those trust beneficiaries is who they are working for. Now, whether you're setting up a lifetime trust or a testamentary trust, a trust and a will, you always want to think about successor trustees. So if you're setting up a trust during life, you may or may not be the initial trustee, depending on the kind of trust you're setting up according to your goals. And so you're going to think about successor trustees, no matter if you're acting as initial trustee or not. And same thing with that testamentary trust. Of course, you're not acting as initial trustee. You can't. Somebody else is going to act as trustee initially, and then you're thinking about those successor trustees. And very importantly, you're always thinking about what if there's a potential vacancy in the role either of a co-trustee or just the role of a sole trustee, and what provisions could be in place to account for that potential vacancy. And I think that's important to bring out here because some people think they want to override the statute and come up with something different as far as trustee commissions. And even if you think that the people that you've lined up will be okay with that, you never know into the future if somebody else has to come in because of a potential vacancy in the role either of co-trustee or sole trustee, and that person just not wanting to act because the commissions are different than what they would expect. So something to think about as far as all of your estate planning matters go. If you're in the Western New York area and are thinking of setting up a trust, have any questions on trustee commissions, please do reach out. This is Ruth George with Ruth P. George Law, PLLC, Trust and Estate Attorney. This video, as with any video I do put out, is for educational purposes only. It does not establish an attorney-client relationship, and I look forward to seeing you on another video.